Hello, ladies and gentlemen, those otherwise inclined. My name is TheMongol82, and welcome back to the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. For anyone who is watching Evoland 2, you'll know that that series is now finished, and so we're taking a bit of a alternative break for a week from starting up a new series, and this is just one of the videos I figured I'd do. Especially considering the premium pass is about to end, and we are nearly... we nearly have all of the rewards. I already grabbed the 2 tier zeros, which was a Raging Bolt EX structure deck and an Iron Crown deck, which this gets played a lot by people currently. But seeing as we aren't all the way there to 50, and there's a couple of daily quests on the way, how about we jump straight into the battle this time, shall we? Get the battle done, get the quests done, and then we'll get all the pack opening stuff handled. At this stage I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to do to replace Evoland. Well, I've got a few options. Like, even ignore just on PC alone, I've got some stuff like potentially Invisible Ink or Persona 4 Golden or Overcooked Polybridge. Oh, this isn't a great opening. Very much looks like a brick key, doesn't it? There's other stuff I could do would be something like just do an FTL run for a bit, or what else? I don't entirely want to put in another Pokemon series just yet while I'm doing, or while I'm also running the Diamond Nuzlocke. I think how I want to organise that sort of thing is that there'll always be a Pokemon series running. It won't necessarily be a Nuzlocke each and every time. This is very much a Dark Terror Charizard EX deck. The problem is I've got nothing. Let's see what we draw. Not brilliant. It's workable, but we need to get exactly what we need. That works. Great. Send you out. Basic energy. Now. Absolutely play that. For that, it's gonna have to be the boss's orders. You get the barrel. Revolve the barrel and draw, and that's why I didn't want to drop the rare candy. We'll use tip. Okay, they conceded. They mustn't have had a lot in their hand then. I'm always hesitant to I used to be here before and then had a bad day of it. There's lots of bricks. It's why I'm hesitant to concede early against people, is because you don't necessarily know what they've got. You can just, like, you can make an argument of going, well, there's no point in wasting my time if I don't draw well, but if you don't know, your opponent might not have drawn well either, in which case there's always a way to just simply walk around it. No, I don't want to go first. I definitely don't want to go first with this particular deck, because there's a lot more value to you going second. Rowlith is a wonderful example of that, with Stoke. Okay. Yeah, is this the Roaring Moon deck? Move again? Okay. Oh, okay, good. That sorts that. So, in that case, I definitely do want the nest ball, and I'll grab another XP share for the sake of it. Pop that up. Let's go. Actually, no, because I've got that. Let's go there. Because I've got the red candy already there. That to there. That there. Well, this will give us a better indicator of what they've got. Yep, it's a Roaring Moon EX deck. Thankfully, there wasn't a single item in there, so they just threw a bunch of stuff away. Now comes the Roaring Moon EX. Oh no, just standard Roaring Moon. Probably because of the amount of ancient cards that might already be in there. Plus that. Oh, no, it's only 2 ancient cards in there at the moment. Oh, sorry, if it has no energy attached, it has no cost, as opposed to... Okay. That'd be bloody right, wouldn't it? But that is why I had that. Come on. Ah! Well, that's killed that. Fuck's sake. The problem is I've only got one of that bloody Dark Terror in there. So now I need to get my Super Rod. There we go. That's better. such a bad out. Sure. It was pretty much going next turn anyway. Why do I get the feeling somebody didn't draw an energy? Oh no, there we go. Interesting. So they used it to set up as well. That's what I wanted. I grab that. I do have one in there, but guaranteeing I've got one in the deck as opposed to not sure if I've got one. Makes a bit... Oh, sorry, I've already got it in the hand. What am I talking about? Put that there. Four, 5. And there's 4 more in the deck, so that makes 9, so we're short. We're actually short a couple. There. And yeah, we'll end our turn there. Ideally next turn Arvin gets played, which will bring the rare candy into my hand. Ah! For Pete's sake! This is just one that's gone. Sure why they're not swapping out. I mean, I could do this and start wreaking havoc. Actually. Okay. Drop walk, drop that. Because I know I've got one in the deck if it needs to be. Of course it's bloody in there, okay. There we go. We'll do this first to save on confusion. 1, 2, 3. Retrieve the barrel. Bring out Arcanine. Use the magma basin to bring back one of the energies. And I'll put it onto Growlithe. Play the barrels. Oh no, I've already played the barrel's ability. Say Bright Flame. It Counter Catcher works. Now, how many Ancients have been played? 1, 2, 3. Just the 3. It's still not a lot of damage. Not the best move you could have made there. That's annoying though. Then play Miller. And they can see. I think they were hoping to keep that boring mean EX around. But with that all being said and done, both quests are now complete. And the battle pass is done. Add this just because of that little booster coin. And now we get to collect all the prizes. See, a lot more coins, a lot more credits. Fair few crystals. I'll go over these when we get to them. Collect rewards. And let it load. There we go. 1100 coins, 500 crystals, 1800 credits, which will go up because of certain things we're about to get. Raging Bolt coin, Raging Bolt card box or deck box, Raging Bolt high tops, hoodie, pants, pins, trucker hat. I mean, just it's a bloody cap for God's sake. More high tops. The Squawkabilly EX, Mew EX, Sandy Shocks EX, Iron Hands EX, Iron Valiant EX, Raging Bolt EX, which we're getting a lot more of, so more credit. Maxing out the Iron Crown EX for that particular design. That's not a bad look. More Palpad, Penny, or one of your basic Pokemon attached cards anyway. Okay. There is a certain relevance to that card. More credits. Credits, so these cards are, what are they called? Anyway, these particular design cards act a bit like the Radiant cards in that you can only have one in your deck. Generally speaking, they're relatively powerful cards, but most people I've seen will run either Prime Catcher, which I run, the Master Ball, which is just a free search any Pokemon in your deck, or the Hero's Cape, which you actually no, you didn't see used. The Hero's Cape is a straight 100 health to the Pokemon it's attached to. As opposed to here's the reboot pod, attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of your future Pokemon, so there is a nuance to it. Sophie Maniac's Code Breaking, Switch Card, Lost Vacuum, and now we're getting into the booster packs, of which there are plenty. Totodile, Dunsparce, Dhelmise, Rescue Board. I would assume lowers the retreat cost. Relor, Rhydon EX. I've gone up against a couple of these. Litten, which we've seen today. Mudbray, Morty's Conviction, Yamper, Turtonator, and another Koraidon EX. The Paldeo Evolved booster pack. Yep. Trading in the Mischief, Quaxel. Oh yeah, if you've got Scarlet and Violet, you might want to take a look at the mystery gift codes, because a Quaxley's just been... Oh, with the code... Well... Dot is partner, I think it is. DOT1S because of how the codes work. Oh, sorry, D0T1S PARTNER, in case you don't have a Quaxley. You can get it. Superior Energy Retrieval, traded in. Knuckle Stack. Voltorb. Unspiritomb. Another Paldeo Evolved booster. We have Dano. Gothita. Artisan. Calamitous Wasteland. Another Mischief of different foil variety. And Veluza. Go to the Scarlet and Violet Obsidian Flames. Bonsly, or Bonsley. Toxel. Take a Tick. Havana. Oinkalone. And Entei. Another Obsidian Flames. Come on. Come on. Does not want to open. It really doesn't want to open. There we go. Rowlet. Amanda. Ortega. Roki. Toad School. And a Clawfee X. Another Obsidian Flames. Snubble. Swablu. Tribominable. Scizor. Duck Trio. Und Scovillian traded. Sorry, Scovillian. Traded in for credits. The Scarlet and Violet 151 booster. Ekans. Magmar. Hitmonlee. Beedrill. A Dome Fossil. Und Machamp. Another 151. Shiny basic Psychic Energy. Quite a nice look. Bulbasaur. Hitmonchan. Godrio. This runs in a few decks. Sentry, and Mewtwo. Scarlet and Violet Paradox Rift. We have Nimble, Flamigo, Toedscruel, Wobbloo, Windsor, and Golisopod. Another Paradox Rift booster. Web, Devolution, Vanilluxe, Galvantula, Mantike, and a standard Chi-Yu, as opposed to the Chi-Yu EX that I run in my Arcanine deck. Back to the Temporal Forces booster. We have a Sofa, Drillbur, Dig, Eevee, as you've just seen its effects put into place. Another Rescue Board, Lycanroc, and a standard Koridon. Another Paradox Rift, Seadra, maxing that out, trading in the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Crobat, another Toedscruel, a different Toedscruel, another Honedge, and trading in the Volcanion. We got a Paldean Fates for Ghastly, trading in a Haunter, Crisis Punch TM, a Charmeleon, an Armarouge, and Executor, maxing that out. Another Paldean Fates booster, Boybat, Charmander, Nemona's Backpack, a Natu, a Flittle, and Cyclizar getting traded in for more credits. Another Paldean Fates booster. We have another Toedscruel, the third different type of Toedscruel collected so far, or in this opening anyway. Phanpy, another Crisis Punch, another Scraggy, Electric Generator, and trading in the Xatu. And the Temporal Forces Collector's Crate, so a bit more cards to retrieve in this one. So we get a Tranquil, a Melton, another Rescue Board, the Anchor's Devotion, which we are definitely getting a lot more of, Gengar EX, this can be an annoying card to go up against, another Raging Bolt EX, an Incineroar EX, need to see what that ability is, Iron Crown EX, and a Gouging Fire EX, very nice. Another Collector's Crate for the Temporal Forces. We have a Ponyta, Girafarig, a Zorora, a Sandy Shocks, not the EX, a Gouging Fire EX, and well, another one but different design, the Dunsparce, which has been an interesting one to go up against, Farigiraf EX, another Cyphermaniac's Code Breaking, and an Iron Boulder EX. Back to the 151 booster. When it opens, there we go. We have Shoulder, Kadabra, Deidra, Ivysaur, Dragonite, Ditto. To the Paldea Evolved boosters. Excuse me, Cufant, Nimble, Gothitelle, Knuckly, Wigglytuff, and a different version of the Squawkabilly EX. Back to the Temporal Forces boosters. Bossmoth, Mudbray, Rabscar, Electivire, Carkol, and another Gouging Fire EX. And another Temporal Forces, we have Golett, Poochyena, a Buddy Puffin traded in, Buddy Puffin, another of Morty's Conviction. Oh, that's a nice look for Groddle. And another Koridon EX. Do another Temporal Forces booster, Frostmoth, a Tetwig to go with the Groddle, a Zeraora, I guess, Fluttermane, Sizzlipede, and Relicanth, which we're definitely getting more of. Finizen, got another Melton, Iron Gigalus, Buddy Puffin again, LGM, there's another Relicanth and at least one more coming. More Temporal Forces, we have a Noctowl, another Melton, a Golurk, another Reboot Pod, a Shroomish, and a Roaring Moon. Temporal Forces once more, give it a moment. Oh, there we go. Another Groddle, the standard variation this time. Iron Leaves EX, which we are definitely getting more of. Metagross. Get Unsparce again, Iron Thorns, and a Magcargo. Now a Rockruff, a Deerling, Colossal, Rabscar, another Ponyta, and another Magcargo. Probably on the long stretch of Temporal boosters. Haunter, Lickitung, Delcatty, another Zeraora, Pidgeotto, and the Relicanth that's definitely getting traded in. Temporal Forces, yet again, Turtonator, Center Scorch, Explorer's Guidance, Latias, a different look for Drampa, and more Iron Leaves. Another Mudbray, Pidgeotto, another Zeraora, Tazos, a different look for the Relicanth, and a Melmetal, which we're definitely getting a lot of. Temporal Forces, Metal, Breloom to go with the Shroomish, Chinchino, Minchino, another Ancient Beast Energy Capsule, and another Iron Thorns. Oh, Cottony, Snom for the Frostmoth, Perilous Jungle, and a different foil for the Relicanth again, Non-Pheasant, and a Scizor EX. Back to the Temporals, Licky, Medicham, which we're getting a lot of, Electivire, another Melmetal. That's a nice look for dealing. And an Iron Boulder EX. Go to the Temporal Forces yet again. Electabuzz, Snom, Zeraora, another Explorer's Guide, another Litten, and another Iron Thorns. Torracat, Meowth, Palafin, Noctowl, a Duosion, and another Farajiraf EX. Another Litten, another Ghastly, a Screamtone, another of Bianca's Devotion, a Shiftry, that's a very nice design, and a Miraidon. A Grubbin, another Licky, a Rapidash for the Ponytas, a Mist Energy, okay, a Metang, and a Koraidon. A Meditite, a Lickitung, which we're getting more of, another Latias, a Yampa again, an Arbok, and a Fluttermane. Bronzong. Lycan Rock again. Zariora again. Luciana. And a Whimsicott, which we are getting plenty of. Another Rockruff. Another not another Bramblin, a Bramblin. Future Beaster Energy Capsule. A Pinecore. Cybermaniac's Code Breaking yet again. And another Sizzle EX. Another Pineco. Another Medicham. Vikavolt. Boltund. Brambleghast. And another Gengar EX. Another Medicham. Another Frostmoth. Screamtail. Another LGM. An Iron Valiant. And another Incineroar EX. Another Rockruff. Another Medicham. Another Boltund. Another Ekans. A Raichu. And another Fluttermane. A Seedot. An Azumarill. Another Latias. Another of Bianca's Devotion. A Mudsdale. And another Magcargo. Another Rockruff. Another Sizzlepede. A Beheeyem. Another of Bianca's Devotion. Another Scorch. And another Raging Bolt EX. And we have a Litten. A Hoot. A Lycanroc. Another Lycanroc. Another Pineco, and a Melmetal again. So we have another Hoot. Another Arbok. Another Delcatty. Another Dunsparce. A Mawile. And a Whimsicott again. Another Duosion. Another Ghastly. Another Beheeyem. Another Finizen. A Victini. And another Dunsparce. Another Mudbray. Another Dealing. An Excadrill. A Keldeo. A Cutiefly. And another Iron Thorns. Another Seedot. Another Yamper. A Uniclus. Another of Morty's Convictions, the very convicted and devoted. There's another Shroomish, and another Brambleghast. Another Azumarill, a Mr. Mime, an Iron Treads, another Pineco, a Wiglet, and more of those Iron Leaves. Another Medicham, another Metang, another Electivire, another Haunter, another Perilous Jungle, and another Fluttermane. Another Melton, another Noctowl, another Perilous Jungle, another Lickitung, another Noctowl, another Whimsicott, another Maril, another Rabsca, a Full Metal Lab, another Sizzlepede, a Beldum matching at the set, and another Melmetal. Breathe, open, another Hoot, another Miraidon EX, a boxed order. That's worth a look. Another Rapidash, another Mr. Mime, a Brambleghast, another Ghastly, another Beldum, a Roserade, which we're getting more of, a Turtonator, a Great Tusk, and there's Melmetals. Morello, another Duosion, another Iron Treads, another Victini, another Explorer's Guidance, and another Miraidon EX. Another Shroomish, another Tadrodile, another Lycanroc, another Lickitung, another Relicanth, another Magcargo. Frostmoth, another Medicham, another Behem, a Sableye, and not the one that usually gets run in the Giratina deck. A Shiftry, and a Whimsicott. A heap more. Another Kako, Salvatore, a Pineco, another Haunter, another Raging Bolt EX, another Medicham, another Scyther, another Iron Hands, another Chinchino, another Keldeo, another Iron Leaves EX, another Bronzor, another Lickitung, Sharpedo, Pineco, Caravana again, I'll take a different look, and another Feraligatr. Well, another Feraligatr that I've collected before. Don't believe it's been pulled today, until now. Another Pikachu, another Ponyta, another Mist Energy, Minchino, another Tranquil, and another Whimsicott. Another LGM, Ditto, not that Ditto, a Roly-Coly, Lycanroc again, and another Fluttermane, another Noctowl, another Mr. Mime, another Great Tusk, another Yamper, another Litten, and another Melmetal. I'll have a quick drink. And we continue. Another Wiglet, another Boltund. She is indeed defeated. UA Skate, this is one of the other cards I was talking about. Another Future Beaster Energy Capsule, and another Incineroar EX. We do Roar, and another Ekans, another Pikachu, another Unpheasant, another Zeraora, another Koraidon, another Whimsicott, another Seedot, another Buddy Puffin, another Reuniclus, another Shiftry, another Keldeo, another Iron Thorns, another Breloom, another Bronzor, another Unpheasant, another Iron Treads. Nice little look for the Litten, and another Feraligatr, another Beldum, a Mightyena, another Perilous Jungle, another Iron Treads, a Fortress, and another Relicanth, another Roly-Coly, another Solosis, maybe I haven't pulled a Solosis, another Lycanroc, another Koraidon, another Reuniclus, another Iron Boulder EX, another Azumarill, another Raichu, another Bronzong, another Unpheasant, another Fortress, and another Melmetal. Girafarig, Pineco again, another Great Tusk, but a different look, another Dealing, another Cottony, another Melmetal, another Licky, another Minichino, another Razorade, another Dunsparce, another Rescue Board, another Melmetal. Slugma, I'm going to check this team, a Roly-Coly again, another Reuniclus, another Vikavolt, another Frostmoth, another Feraligatr, another Meditite, more Guidance, another Chinchino, another Reuniclus, another Ekans, and a different Devotion. Another Shroomish, another Roly-Coly, another Razorade, there's a Pidove, another Iron Thorns, and another Raging Bolt EX. With less than 10 to go, I believe we still need to be drawing at the very least a Colossal. Of course, with the amount of credits I've got, I can certainly start crafting it as well. A Roselia, a Drillbur again, a BKM, a Morwile, a Cottony. Ooh, Torterra EX. That was another one I was about to mention, and the other one being Badoo. Well, I was going to mention Torterra, but I didn't think it had an EX in this pack. Mind you, I didn't necessarily go looking for one either. Grubbin, Ekans, Andy Shocks, another Hitmore, another Tranquil, and another Miraidon. Another Yamper, another Relor, another Latias, another Relor, another Sableye, and another Koraidon. 6 packs to go. Another Lickitung, Heavy Baton, a Shiftry, a Noctowl, another Ancient Energy Booster, and another Gengar EX, but a different design. Another Carvana, another Electabuzz, another Buddy Buddy Puffin, another Wiglet. I guess Elekid would be another one I need to get as well. Relor, Iron Border, EX. A Skitty, another Booster, another Heavy Baton, another Torracat, and some more Guidance, and another Koraidon. 3 packs to go. A Chargerbug, an Arbok, another Great Tusk, another Licky, another Scyther, and another Iron Leaves. Chatot, that's different. Another Medicham, another Boxed Order, another Electivire, another Litten, and another Brambleghast. Last pack, a Meditite, Shaman, another Full Metal Lab, another Meditite, another Whimsicott, Unce. Walking Wake EX. Lovely. Guess it's time now to go through all the cards. Well, some that stand out anyway. Pretty standard, standard. The Squawkabilly EX you'll pick up plenty of along the way. Most people want it just for... I mean, the Me's alright, but it's mainly Squawk and Seas that you want it for, if you can get it early. Balloon Therapy on the Wigglytuff. Once during your turn you may attach a therapeutic energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. I've come across a similar ability before. I can't remember who won though. Rivatomb, Fetid and Misfortune. Basic Pokemon V in play have no abilities. Good. Gothitelle, Read the Stars. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck and put one of them back. Put the other on the bottom of their deck. Booster Kick. Okay. That's an interesting move. Counter attack. If this Pokemon is the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 3 damage counters. Right. That's not terrible. What? If Electabuzz is on your bit. Okay, so that combos up. I would assume Electabuzz does as well. Transform to start. Once during your first turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may set your deck. Choose a basic Pokemon you find there, except Ditto. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all attached cards and put the chosen Pokemon in its place. Check trees, your Pokemon in play have no retreat cost. That's solid. Ugh. Effective barrier. Fair enough. That's pretty solid. You'll tend to see a bunch of new EX, depending on the decks you come across. Mainly for restart, but genome hacking is also a pretty good move. Beedrill. If you have no cards in your hand, this does 120 more damage. So, somewhat of an Infinity counterpoint if you've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Sunscreen. Trainer cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put back into their deck by the effect of your opponent's item or supporter cards. Okay, so that shuts down certain things. Ivysaur. If this Pokemon would be knocked out by damage from an attack, flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon is not knocked out and its remaining HP becomes 10. It's a fucking barbarian. Dodrio, so this is why this gets run in a few decks. Once during your turn, you may put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon if you do draw a card. It boosts its attack in Ballistic Beak, in that just on its absolute base, it can do a maximum of 280 damage for 1 single energy, but also Hisuian Zoroark VMAX. Yeah, Hisuian Zoroark VMAX can deal damage based on every Pokemon on your bench that has damage counters on it. Shoulder, Dodrio, Blubbering Bonsly, Claw VX for its ability. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack by your opponent's Pokemon, discard an energy from the attacking Pokemon. And chance for more damage. This is all. Oh, okay. This attack does 50 more damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. Charmander, Entei. For pressure, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon do 20 less damage. Freaky, Toxel. Fire off. As long as you like during your turn, you may move a fire energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. Not terrible at all. That Armorage might be a card I need to start bringing into my Arcanine deck, maybe. Coffee. Forever, prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage is not an effect. Sandy Shock CX. Magnetic Absorption. Once during your turn, if your opponent has 4 fewer prize cards remaining, you may attach a basic fighting energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Drawback. Choose item cards as supporter cards. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any of the chosen cards from their hand. Wow. Edge, Nimble, Whimsor, Swablu. Toadscrawl. Slime Mold Colony. The Slime Mold Colony. Cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put into their hand by an effect of your opponent's abilities or trainer cards. On hand EX, this gets, well, as part of that Iron Crown EX deck, you get a decent amount of these. Mainly for Ampy very much. Iron Valiant. EX. Tachyon Bits. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. GU. 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. That's good. Mega Fire Envy. If one of your Pokemon knocked out by damage or an attack during your opponent's last turn, this does 90 more damage. So 140 damage. And the ability to retrieve energies from the discard pile. There's certain ways to combo that up. Seadra. Oh Jesus. That's good for an attack that needs no, or for a move that needs no energy. But you dream your opponent's Pokemon that have 40 HP or less remaining can't attack. That I've gone up against before. It gets comboed with a move that leaves your opponent, I can't remember who has it, but there's a move that will drop your opponent's Pokemon down to 30 HP. And then if you've got Vanillux around, then they won't be able to attack. So if they don't have, unless they've got something that can heal, they're in trouble. That's good if you can make them stockpile, but if you can't, then it's not great. Solid shell, 20 less damage from attacks. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'm a coin flip to a guarantee. This is lethal. Whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon, and you may move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of their benched Pokemon. That then gets comboed up with... what's the other one that they run? Can't remember at the moment. I'll try and think. Okay. So it still has much the same thing as the other Sableye. Well, a similar sort of thing to the other Sableye. Fair enough. Giraffe EX. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon EX. My Chi-Yu EX would be unable to damage this, but Arcanine EX rips through it. Let's see. Scizor EX. Steel Wing. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 50 less damage from attacks, or Crossbreaker. Discard up to 2 energy from this, or steel energy from this Pokemon. This card does 120 damage for each card you discard this way, so at most 240 damage. Oh, wow. Metang for Metal Maker, which gets run a bit in Steel type decks. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 4 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic Steel Energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you like. The Goldengo deck makes use of this. Bit of gross. Just a heavy hitter in Melmetal. Dual Core on Iron Treads. As long as this Pokemon has a future energy booster card, capture attack, it is fighting and steel type. Which is for your weaknesses. Technically resistances as well. 30 damage for each of your ancient Pokemon in play, as opposed to Roaring Means in discard. Force March, this attack does 30 damage for each of your grass type Pokemon in play, so at most 180, or for 150 heal 50 damage. So it's basically there to stay in. Not bad at all. 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That's so at most 240 without extra boosts to HP or damage. Tandemed up with Kaiser Tackle. The Miraidon that gets used a lot, mainly for peak acceleration. Miraidon EX. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has damage, counters on it, this does 100 more damage, and you can't use Cyber Drive. So basically, you use Cyber Drive first, and then Propulsion Bolt to finish. Raging Bolt EX. Discard your hand, draw 6 cards. Or Bellowing Thunder. You may discard any amount of basic energy from your Pokemon. This does 70 damage for each card you discarded in this way. That can be a lot. Pulling cards onto their bench. Interesting. I mean, it also does give you a look at their hand, which is useful. Oh, that's nice. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them in your hand. Your Dunsparce is why this gets run. Its ability: once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. If you drew any cards in this way, shuffle this Pokemon and all attached cards into your deck. It's a constant draw and return. Pinpoint Dive. This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched EX or benched V. That's nice. That's a good opener, Acapella. Emergency Evolution. Once during your turn, this Pokemon's remaining HP is 30 or less, you may search your deck for an Unpheasant or Unpheasant EX and put it onto this P-Dove to evolve. You may put 2 energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. That's quite nice. Yeah, the Chinchino, I've seen one before. Jiggles. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack, put 3 damage on the attacking Pokemon. Wafting Heal. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during this turn, you may heal all damage from your active Grass type. If you healed any damage this way, discard all energy from that Pokemon. So, has a decent, well, a very good boon for what could be a harsh cost. I was about to say retribution. Shiftry. Choose 3 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. If you do, shuffle all of your opponent's bench Pokemon that you didn't choose and all cards attached to those Pokemon into their deck. That can be good. Energy Loop. Put an energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. Relicanth. Memory Dive. Each of your evolved Pokemon can use any attack from its previous evolutions. You still need the necessary energy to use each attack. There are some Pokemon where that would be quite the dangerous combo for. Search your deck for up to 2 Grubbin, put them on your bench. Grandpa. Raging Cannon. If all of your bench Pokemon have at least 1 damage counter on them, this attack does 120 more damage. So that would work well with that Dodrio as well. Incineroar EX. For Hustle Play, attacks used by this Pokemon cost 1 less energy, or 1 less normal energy, or just standard energy for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So the more they have, the easier it is to use Incineroar. Delmise. If you have any Steel type Pokemon on your bench, this attack does 80 more damage. Iron Crown EX. The ability is why it's used. Attacks used by your future Pokemon except any Iron Crown do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So generally if you have 3 or 4 of these on your bench and your other 2 are future heavy hitters, you're going to do a lot of damage. See Iron Hands. Iron Boulder. Repulsor. Assuming your opponent's next turn if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Or Power Stomp, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Again, the Gengar EX and the Giraffe. See that again. See that again. See that again. Brambleghast. This Pokemon gets plus 50 HP for each prize card your opponent has taken, so it could be decent late game. No. Oh, Gouging Fire. I don't think I did see before. Oh no, I did, sorry. Velour. Barupska. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to your bench Pokemon. So that's a ramped up version of Manaphy. Unleash Rapid Vernia. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. If you do, you may move any amount of energy from your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. Okie dokie. At Cargo, Lava Zone. When your opponent's active Pokemon moves to the bench during their turn, the new active Pokemon is burned. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. Relatively decent. Send off. Discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Relatively good considering both attacks are 1 damage. Oh, sorry, 1 energy. Oh, that's harsh. The Licking Flames. Burn it and then, yeah, fair. Maybe I didn't see Gouging Fire before. Oh well. Torrential Heart. Once during your turn, you may put 5 damage counters on this Pokemon. If you do during this turn, attacks used by this Pokemon do 120 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Ooh, Chew Off's not too bad. And that's actually decent. If your opponent's unable to switch it out, it becomes a stun lock. At least until you knock out one. This Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself for each damage counter on it. So that's fine if it's first out, but if it ain't. Azure Seas. Damage from attacks used by this Pokemon isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, so it can't get blocked out, basically. Catharsis Roar. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does more damage. Uh-huh. Basically, Collateral Bolts is discharge. If your opponent has any water Pokemon in play, this attack does 120 more damage. This attack does 80 more damage to your Charger Bug, makes sense, so you just need a way to get them out. Which I guess the Evolution TM would do. How did you find dashes alright? Super Alloy Hands. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an EX or V, this does 80 more damage. Fair enough. Destructo Press. That can turn them up with a certain card, I think. That's actually interesting. Lookalike show. Ooh, Evolution Jam is not too bad. And Summoning Gate's pretty good as well. Midnight Fluttering. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon have no abilities except for Midnight Fluttering. Poison Point. You poison the Pokemon that damages this. There's your Memory Dive again. Dig, dig, dig. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and discard them. Then shuffle your deck. There would be a precedence for that to work rather well. Oh, hi there. Double damage if EX or V. Poison Point again, makes sense. That's the reason why Dig 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 works well. a reason for it to work relatively well. Oh, I did get a Colossal. My mistake. That's not bad. Oh, pardon me. Okay, now we're getting to the trainer cards. Yeah, put one of your basic Pokemon or attached cards into your hand, so there's a reason that works well. Calamitous Wasteland. The retreat cost of each basic non-fighting type is 1 more. The Antique Dome Fossil, my apologies. Has domed armor as an ability, this takes 30 less damage from attacks. Ortega. Your opponent reveals their hand, you choose a card you find there, put it on the bottom of the deck. If you put a card on the bottom of the deck, your opponent's deck in this way, your opponent may draw a card. Generator, Crisis Punch. You can only use this attack when your opponent has exactly one prize card remaining, 280 damage. Devolution can be wild. Get all damage from one of your Pokemon, there's 30 HP or less remaining. Boxed order. Search your deck for up to 2 item cards, reveal them and put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Your turn ends. Oh, just saw Eevee. Saw the Explorer's Guide. Full Metal Lab. Steel type Pokemon take less or 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Just this thing tends to get put on Iron Hands EX. If the Pokemon this card is attached with a trick cost of exactly 4, in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from attack from your opponent's Pokemon, move up to 3 basic energy cards from that Pokemon to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. You can only use this card if you discard another card from your hand. Draw a card for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. They may also be based. They are not mutually exclusive. During Pokemon checkup, put 2 more damage counters on each poison non-dark type Pokemon. Here's his rescue board. The retreat cost of that Pokemon this card is attached to is 1 less. If that Pokemon's remaining HP is 30 or less, it has no retreat cost. As I said, well, it does what I relatively thought. The Salvatore. Search your deck for a card that has no abilities and evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it on that Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. You can use this card on a Pokemon you put down when you were setting up play or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. Wow. Prevent all effective damage used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. That's all the Pokemon that's being traded in for coins now, I believe. Sorry, for coins, for credits. Yeah. What a big beast to the old credits. But yeah, I think that'll do for today's video. Got our battle in, we got a new quest just because that previous quest was a from a previous day that was already in progress. But yeah, this will do for now. Until next time, guys, I've been Thorgle82. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. I think because of how I'm doing this, I think Thursday's video will end up being Pokerogue, where we continue on from Wave 70. Yeah. I'll see you all next time, guys. Adios. Bye bye.